Hello everyone. In this video, we will install Node.js for Windows operating system. So first of all, go to google.com and in the search bar, type download Node.js for Windows. After that, you will get access to this first link, which is https:/nodejs.org/downloads. Click on this link and the official Node.js website will open. Over here, you will find the access to various versions for downloading of Node.js. So you need to download the latest stable version for your respective operating system. For example, you can see that this particular website has the download options for Windows installer as well as Mac installer. There is a third option to download the direct source code, which is in the form of the tar package. So tar file will be used in most of the Linux operating systems. So you can have the LTS, which is the most recommended way for downloading. You can also have the current features or the latest downloadable version. I will go with the LTS version, which is the most stable version. And since I have a Windows operating system, I will be using this Windows installer, the .msf file. So over here you can see there is the 32-bit option and there is a 64-bit option. Many people can have 32-bit operating system in Windows. They can go with the 32-bit option for the downloader. But if you have the 64-bit operating system, which is the system which I am having, I will go with the 64-bit installer. But apart from the operating system, all the processes will be the exact same. Same with the binary files. You can download zip files in the Windows operating system, and the zip file is also having the compatibility for 32-bit operating system as well as 64-bit operating system. As you can see, if you are using a Mac OS, if you are using the MacBook of various versions, then you can go with the Mac OS installer. It is in the .pkg format. Over here, by default, they are having the functionality to download the 64-bit installer on the ARM64 OS. Then you also have the binary downloadable files for the Mac OS, which is in the form of tar.gz binary executables. So these binary executables are there for the 64-bit OS as well as the ARM64 OS. Then you also have the functionality for Linux binaries. So for Linux binaries, they have given the optionality for 64-bit operating system. It can be Red Hat Enterprise Linux, CentOS. It can be Ubuntu, Fedora, Kali Linux. Most of the Linux OS compatible versions. So if you're having a Linux operating system with the Ubuntu, you can go ahead with the Linux binaries for 64-bit installer. You can also go with the ARM binaries in the Linux. Over here, they are having the compatibility for ARM version 7 and ARM version 8. And if you want to directly download the source code, you can get it from this tar.gz downloadable package. Apart from that, you can also get the Docker image. If you want to run a local instance of a Docker image in your PC without downloading the complete structure or without making a permanent download, you can download the official Node.js Docker image. Apart from that, you can also have the PowerLE systems on the Linux operating system. Over here, by default, they are giving the 64-bit operating system option. Apart from that, you can have AIX as well as Linux on System Z. So I will go with the Windows installer. I will click on the Windows MSI installer, 64-bit. You can see that it has downloaded this MSI file. I will click on this MSI file. Now the command wizard has been set up. So this is the Node.js setup wizard. I will follow the steps as mentioned in this wizard. So I will click on next. I will click on accept the terms and conditions in the license agreement. If you want, you can go through the entire license agreement. But right now I'll just click on I accept and I'll click on next. By default, the folder or the directory in which this Node.js will be installed is C program files Node.js. I will keep this directory the same. If you want to change this directory or the root folder in which the Node.js is installed, you can change this directory as per your choice. I will click on next. Then the custom setup, if you want to add some custom functionalities or if you want to add some more features apart from the base installation, you can go and click on the individual modules. For example, you can add to path, you can add the core pack manager, you can add some details to the npm package manager, and you can also see some online documentation shortcuts. So these are the various features which you can implement or which you can modify. I will just go with the base setup and I will click on next. Then I will click on automatically install the necessary tools. So this will also install the chocolately function and the script will pop up in a new window after the installation will complete. So this is an important step. Just select this checkbox and click on next. Then the final thing, once you are completed all the steps, click on install. So click on yes. It will install all the packages, all the binary files required to run the Node.js. Then once you have done with the setup wizard, click on finish. So now this terminal will open. Press any key to continue. So it will open this PowerShell prompt. So it is installing some more dependencies which I had said earlier, for example, Chocolatey. As you can see, it is also installing Python 3. If you want to work on cross-platform solutions, it is a good idea to have access to Python framework as well. So it is downloading some more extra dependencies, which I had said earlier. So once you are able to install the Node.js in this particular way, you will have access to almost all the components required for development in Node.js. So it will take some time since many libraries are being installed in the backend. We'll have to wait for this complete installation setup to finish. So as you can see, it is installing the 64-bit Python 3 version. Status is being showed as approved. Since this is installing the entire Node.js suite for the first time, it will definitely take some time because there are many dependencies and many libraries which need to be installed when we are installing for the first time. But later on, the boot time will be very fast. So it is also installing the Visual Studio build tools, which is often required in Windows operating systems. This tool can be skipped by default in Linux based operating systems because Linux by default handles all these Visual Studio based tools by default. But in case of Windows, you need to specifically install these Visual Studio build tools for more functionality and more hardware level interactivity with the operating system. Once you have successfully installed the base packages, you can go and verify whether the Node.js has been successfully installed in your operating system or not. For that, first of all, you need to open the command prompt. I have already opened the command prompt, and then the next step is to check the Node version. So for that, I will type npm space -v. It is showing the version 8.3.1. Since it is showing the correct version, I know that this particular Node.js has been successfully installed. Now the next step is to update the Node.js, all the dependencies and all the packages to the latest version. For that, I will be typing the command npm install npm. So npm install npm. So it is automatically trying to install the latest version. Sorry, the command is you have to use the hyphen global also. So npm install npm space hyphen global. So now all the packages are modified to the latest version. So in this video, we have successfully installed Node.js with the npm package manager. We have verified the version of the Node package manager that we are using, and we have updated the npm binaries and npm packages and all the associated libraries with the latest version by using this hyphen hyphen global script. In the next video, we'll start with the development of the NFT marketplace project. Thank you.